Welcome to Vilnius, a city that wears its soul on cobbled streets, whispers stories from baroque rooftops, and surprises every traveler who thinks they've seen it all in Europe. The Lithuanian capital is where Gothic cathedrals, Soviet relics, and bohemian rebellion coexist. It's where you can step into a UNESCO-listed old town, stumble upon a republic that declared independence seriously, and then relax in a forested park 10 minutes later. If you're looking for a place that's weird, warm, beautiful, and honest, Vilnius is your next destination. Let's dive into 10 immersive and unforgettable experiences you must have in Lithuania's soulful capital. 1. Start your journey in Vilnius Old Town, one of the largest preserved medieval towns in Eastern Europe. Here, you're walking through centuries of shifting empires, faiths, and identities. Red-tiled rooftops, pastel baroque buildings, winding alleyways, and over 40 churches form a living museum. Lose yourself in the maze, walk into hidden courtyards, duck into candlelit chapels, and most importantly, look up. Vilnius is a city best admired from rooftop to steeple. Head to Pili's Street for local art, amber jewelry, and a cozy cafe culture that feels straight out of a storybook. 2. No trip to Vilnius is complete without hiking up Gediminas Hill to see the iconic Gediminas Tower, the last standing piece of the city's medieval castle complex. The view from the top is spellbinding. The rooftops of the old town stretch below, the gleaming dome of the cathedral sits at your feet, and the glass skyline of modern Vilnius rises in the distance. This is where the city's legend begins, a dream of a howling iron wolf that led to the founding of Vilnius in the 14th century. Today, that dream lives on in the flag flying from the top. You can hike up in about 10 minutes or take a funicular. Go just before sunset. Golden hour here feels like a Baltic fairy tale. 3. Standing proudly at the foot of Gediminas Hill is the Vilnius Cathedral, a neoclassical masterpiece with a twist. It sits on the ruins of a pagan temple. The contrast is poetic. Today, white columns rise where fire once burned to Perkunas, the Baltic god of thunder. Inside, admire soaring ceilings, centuries-old art, and the sacred St. Casimir's Chapel. Then go underground to the catacombs, where dukes, bishops, and stories lie buried. Look for the Stebuklas tile in front of the cathedral. Legend says if you spin on it and make a wish, it'll come true. 4. Now for something truly unexpected. Cross a small bridge from Old Town and enter Užupis, a quirky self-declared independent republic of artists, poets, and dreamers. They have their own flag, constitution, president, and even an army of 11 people. The constitution, engraved in multiple languages, states things like, "Everyone has the right to die, but this is not an obligation." Wander through art galleries, bohemian cafés, riverbanks with angel sculptures and creative graffiti that rivals Berlin. Visit on April 1st, Užupis Independence Day, for parades, passports, and surreal celebrations. But even on a normal day, the spirit here is infectious. 5. Set in the former KGB headquarters, this museum offers a sobering but essential dive into Lithuania's 20th century struggles, from Nazi occupation to Soviet repression. You'll walk through preserved KGB prison cells, interrogation rooms, and execution chambers. Exhibits detail surveillance, resistance, and the quiet heroism of those who never gave up hope. This is not easy tourism, but it's real, and it tells the story of a nation that fought for freedom with silent strength. Take a guided tour. The personal stories and context make the experience far more impactful. 6. If you're chasing views and don't mind a staircase workout, St. John's Church Bell Tower offers one of the highest panoramic views of Vilnius. Once part of Vilnius University's complex, the church and its adjoining tower have stood for centuries, surviving fires, wars, and occupations. The 193 steps to the top are narrow but worth every heartbeat. Time your visit during the early afternoon, when the sunlight glows over the red rooftops. The climb also gives you insight into Vilnius University's rich academic legacy. 7. Take a breath, slow down, and walk through the Bernardine Gardens, a serene green space between Old Town and Užupis. Originally designed in the 19th century, the park features fountains, flower beds, an old sundial, and winding paths that run along the tranquil Vilnia River. Locals come here to read, picnic, or simply enjoy the city's calm rhythm. It's a soft pause between historic landmarks. Grab a pastry from a nearby bakery, sit by the river, and watch the city flow past. This is Vilnius at its most poetic. 8. Vilnius might surprise you with its rebellious street art, which turns corners into canvases and parking lots into poetry. From political murals to abstract graffiti, the city's walls speak, often louder than its museums. One of the most iconic pieces, a mural of Putin and Trump kissing, titled "Make Everything Great Again," a cheeky symbol of Vilnius's edgy humor and freedom of expression. You'll also find hidden gems in Užupis and around the train station area, like massive forest spirits, surreal stencils, and philosophical tags. Download a Vilnius Street Art map or take a guided urban art tour to catch all the big and hidden pieces. 9. One of the most spiritually significant places in Vilnius is the Gate of Dawn, the only surviving gate from the city's old fortifications. Inside is a tiny chapel holding the miraculous icon of the Virgin Mary, known for centuries as a protector of the city. Pilgrims, especially from Poland and Lithuania, come here to pray and light candles. Even if you're not religious, the space is moving. The silence, the golden light, and the soft presence of devotion transcend borders. Try visiting just after dawn. The rising light through the gate's arch feels symbolic and sacred. 10. End your journey with a feast of hearty Baltic flavors in a traditional Lithuanian tavern. Try cepelinai, potato dumplings stuffed with meat, kugelis, potato pudding, šaltibarščiai, cold beet soup, and rye bread with smoked cheese. It's filling, flavorful, and full of comfort. Pair it with a glass of jira, fermented bread drink, or local beer. For dessert, go for tinginis, a no-bake chocolate biscuit cake beloved across Lithuania. Places like Senoji Trobele or Etnodvaras serve authentic versions in cozy wood-paneled interiors that feel like your grandmother's kitchen if she was a Baltic legend. Many taverns offer sampler platters, great for trying a bit of everything. Just come hungry. Vilnius is not flashy. It's not packed with tourists or chasing trends, but that's what makes it beautiful. It's a city that welcomes quietly, with warm food, whispered stories, and a resilience born from centuries of survival and creativity. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you never miss our next adventure. Tell us in the comments what kind of video you would like to see on our channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.